Greetings, master and apprentice alike. Today we're going to be going over the basics of lightsaber combat. Now there are 7 different forms of lightsaber combat, but we're just going to be covering the basics that apply to each one of them. We're going to go over attack, offense, and defense, which is protecting yourself. There are going to be 5 steps to each one of these. 5 attacks, and 5 blocks. Let's get started. In saber combat, you want to keep your feet shoulder width apart. Then, you want to turn your dominant leg facing your opponent. Remember to bend your knees just slightly. This is important because it helps you move. Now your front leg is going to lead, while your back leg is your anchor. This is good to make sure you don't fall over whenever you're trying to defend yourself or attack. Let's talk about defense. 5 basic blocks. Helping me demonstrate is my apprentice. Alright, let's start with block 1. Alright, to start, you want to begin in the basic form. That is, legs shoulder width apart, dominant foot forward, and holding your saber with your dominant hand up top and the other at the bottom. This is your anchor. Now, for block 1, we're going to raise our arms up. This blocks an incoming attack from the top. Alright, then return to center. Okay, let's move on. Alright, the next block is going to be for an attack coming across and going down. For this, we're going to raise our saber off to the right side. Notice how my dominant arm is bent and the other is straight across. Don't be afraid to move your hips when you do this. Alright, now back to center. Alright, our third block is going to be mirroring the second. Start in basic position, then raise up across. Your dominant arm is going to be straight across your body, your anchor bent. Alright, now back to the center. Alright, this is where it starts to get a little tricky, but a little showy. For our next 2 blocks, we're going to be sweeping across. We're going to start on this side. Start a basic position, and then sweep across and to the side. Showing this one-handed to show you how my main arm is going to move in this. Now, you want to try and keep your anchor with you as you move. If you can't see it, I'm letting loose of my grip when I do the swing. This is so the blade can move more freely, and so when I go back, I can re-grip my blade. Alright, back to center. Alright. The last one, again, is going to mirror our previous. It's going to be on the left side of our body. Now, this one, you'll see again, my dominant arm is straight, my non-dominant is bent. The grip for your anchor hand might feel a little twisted. Again, like with our previous block, you want to keep it loose, not tight, on your anchor, so that when you come back, you can grip. Alright, this will make more sense in a moment. Let's go over attacks. Alright, now that we know how to move and defend ourselves, The next step is learning to attack. All right. 5 basic attacks for the 5 defenses. Let's start at center. The first attack, we're going to raise our blade up over our head and then come down. As you do this, you want to be sure to bend your wrists. Back to center. All right, for our second attack, we're going to be sweeping from our left side across to the right. Now, this is mirrored from the defense, but our tip will be in the same place. Again, go ahead and tilt your saber, bring it back, and across. All right, try again. Tilt, back, and across. Your elbow is going to bend as you do this. Try and keep your wrist as straight as possible. And again, just like our last 2 defense, we're going to keep that anchor arm a little bit loose. All right, back to center. All right, our next is going to be across the other side, from right to left. Again, at center, go ahead and tilt your blade, bring it back, and then across. All right, one more time. Tilt, back, and across. Notice how I'm using my anchor hand to tilt the tip of my blade one way or the other, while my mane is acting as a pivot. All right, let's move on to the last 2. First, start at center. Then, we're going to angle our blade downward across our left side. Now, much like with the blocks, my anchor is going to be loose, and my dominant hand is going to do the bulk of the motion. All right, and sweep across. This is going to be an upward cross, making an X. Now, showing you with my dominant arm so you can see the swing. But the other is going to come with it to give that extra power. All right, now for the last one. Again, starting at center, the blade is going to come down to your right side, much like this. My main arm, the elbow is bent, the anchor is going to be as straight as it can be. We're going to push up and across, finishing our X. Now, for this, it's important to remember, if you're attacking, to telegraph your actions. This is so the other person knows where to block. We do that by tilting our blades, much like we had you do when learning the attacks. For one, coming back, that lets them know that you're coming down. And tilt to the side, that lets them know you're coming across. This is important because we don't actually want to hurt anyone.